Words of Innocent Idibia aka Two-Face in his record-breaking song, My Africa Queen, may have come to pass as it appears Honourable Natasha Osawaru has stood out as the outstanding one in a million, apparently thus to have taken Two-Face Idibia to where he has never been and made his heart to go tinga linga ling, which made Two-Face's mother, Rose Idibia, to say her son is out of sense, saying Two-Face is currently behaving unlike him. She knows that not all, the entire Two-Face family contracted a lawyer to declare Two-Face whereabouts unknown, petitioned Department of State Services, DSS, for possible act of kidnapping, suspecting Natasha to have taken their son away. The family, in a statement, said the African Queen crooner left home in his loungewear on February 10, 2025, without his bodyguard and has not returned since then. According to them, they assumed he was simply taking a walk and would return shortly. In a petition signed by their lawyer, Wilson Anuj, wrongly dated February 7, 2025 and made available on Friday, the Idibia family stated that the singer, also known as Tu Baba, had been missing since the 10th of February 2025 and had not been seen since. We are writing to urgently seek your assistance regarding a profoundly troubling situation involving a member of the Idibia family, Mr. Innocent Idibia, also known as Two-Face or Tu Baba, whom our client reasonably believes has been missing since Monday, February 10, 2025. We believe that Mr. Innocent left his residence in the early hours of the 10th of February 2025 in his loungewear, suggesting that he was going for his habitual work, but he has not returned home since then. Despite the best efforts of his family, staff, and the management of his record label to reach or locate him, including contacting his friends and acquaintances, they have been unable to establish any contact or ascertain his whereabouts. This disturbing situation, coupled with the fact that those who should have heard from him have not done so for over 72 hours, has left his entire family deeply concerned, the petition reads in part. The family said Two-Face has never been found missing before and his social media account is currently used to solicit financial assistance from members of the public. An action the Idibia family frowned at and said, "These messages are alarming, as Mr. Innocent is financially independent and has never required assistance in such a manner." This has led his family to suspect that his identity may have been compromised and that someone may have abducted him, actively manipulating him to exploit his contacts for monetary gain. The implications of this situation are grave, and the possibility of foul play or coercion cannot be overlooked. As a family, our clients are deeply worried not only about his physical safety but also about the potential misuse of his identity while he remains unaccounted for. It is worthy of note that the victim is a legend and holds a celebrity status in the Nigerian music industry, with countless youths and citizens looking up to him, not to mention his wife, children. Africa Queen musical crooner, legendary Innocent Idibia aka Two-Face or Tu Baba has been trending since the beginning of this year, with him dishing out surprises to lovers and the general public with stories of happenings in his marital life, starting from announcing the end of his marriage with his only wife but one of the mothers of his children, Annie Idibia, to recent public notice and marriage proposal to Honourable Natasha Osawaru, I'm in God's hands Osawaru, the granddaughter of Sir Gabriel Osawaru Igbinedion, the Esama of Benin Kingdom, which has since sparked reactions from the Idibia family, with the music icon's mother, Rose Idibia, calling on all mothers in Nigeria to help her prevail on Natasha to set his son free, adding that the 31-year-old Natasha, who is the deputy majority leader of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, in the Edo State House of Assembly, put beads on one of the hands and neck of Two-Face, apparently making Two-Face to misbehave, stressing that her son is not with his right senses with whatever he's currently doing with Natasha, that Two-Face is currently going through divorce process with Annie, and he's passing through a lot and the situation is telling on him. Rose Idibia called on Natasha to remove the beads she allegedly wore Two-Face on his hand and neck and set the 49-year-old legendary music icon free, apparently from the love hook or manipulation. Words of Innocent Idibia made the call in a video that went viral on Thursday evening, which suggested that the Africa Queen Music Award-winning icon may not have pre-informed his mother before going out publicly to make a marriage proposal to his found new love, Natasha, a practice that is very uncommon among men in Africa, most especially Nigeria, and more interestingly Benin Kingdom, where Natasha hails from. We observed that Words of Innocent Idibia, the mother of Two-Face, has been quiet ever since Two-Face Idibia traveled to Benin City to stay with his newfound love and trending on social media platforms until on Thursday, when a video surfaced on the internet, wherein Two-Face was seen proposing marriage to Natasha, forcing the mother of the music legendary icon to promptly issue a video press release same day to counter the marriage proposal. Local observers said that family consent is a crucial requirement for marriage to take place in Nigeria, but there are less cases of partners going ahead with the marriage without the consent of their family, most especially when the family is against the choice of his or her chosen marital partner. According to Mrs. Idibia, Two-Face is presently not in his right frame of mind due to the divorce proceedings with his estranged wife, Annie. Good evening, Nigerians. My name is Mrs. Words of Idibia, the mother of Two-Face. This message is for Miss Natasha Osawaru of Edo State. I am calling on all mothers in Nigeria to help me beg her to free my son. My son is going through a divorce process, and he is clearly not in his right senses now. I know my son well. That is not him. Please, Natasha, the beads you put on his hand and on his neck, remove them and free him, she said. In the marriage proposal video, the singer and the lawmaker were seen dancing together to the admiration of some of their friends, and Two-Face spread some cash on her, with her looking as if she was shy or nervous in the video. Two-Face later proceeded to monarch in Delta State, His Royal Highness Epiphany Azinge. The Asajba of Asaba has banned a particular group of female spiritual native doctors known as Ezenwani from Asaba, the Delta State capital, following the kidnapping and subsequent killing of Anambra State lawmaker Justice Chukwunenye Azuka, whose suspected killer's kingpin was traced to a shrine in Delta State. Honourable Azuka, whose remains was laid in state at a special plenary session inside Anambra State House of Assembly complex in Awka on Friday, was kidnapped on his way home for Christmas on December 24, 2024, and his lifeless body was found near River Niger Bridge earlier this month. The Asajba of Asaba, who spoke in a local dialect, said it has become necessary to ban Ezenwani and other ritual practitioners due to their alleged involvement in the rising crime rate in Asaba and its environs. In a press statement, aside the verbal pronouncements and announcement of the ban, the Executive Council of the Traditional Rulers in Asaba stated that, arising from the Asajba Executive Council meeting held today, the 11th of February 2025, it is hereby directed that, effective immediately, all the activities of Ndi Eze Nwani who are not natives of Asaba are totally banned. All male native, traditional medicine practitioners who are not registered with the appropriate bodies will not be allowed to practice in Asaba. Also, effective immediately, non-natives of Asaba are hereby restricted from visiting the Onitshe Shrine. All non-natives who wish to access the Onitshe Shrine must be registered by the Otu Ihaza. Indi Ahaba who wishes to visit, worship at Onish shall get clearance from Otu Ihaza. This is to enable close monitoring of those who visit the shrine. There will be severe consequences should anyone flaunt these royal directives. Long live His Royal Highness, Asajba Professor Epiphany Chigugu Azinge, Asajba Ahaba. While translating and interpreting the words of the Asajba of Asaba, Punch newspaper reported that this decision follows reports linking the murder of an Anambra lawmaker, whose body was discovered on the Niger Bridge, to native doctors and a shrine in Asaba. Expressing deep concern, the monarch emphasized that crimes committed within Asaba directly impact its residents more than anyone else. He stressed that the ban on these native doctors was a proactive measure to curb crime. Let it be on record that we support the government at all times. However, while supporting the government, there comes a time when we must take proactive steps. Anything that happens in Asaba affects us directly, he stated. It is distressing to hear that Asaba has become the focal point of these criminal activities. As a result, we have decided to take measures to ensure peace and order in our land. The monarch declared that the activities of Eze Nwani practitioners, particularly those not originally from Asaba, were now banned. He described their growing presence as troubling and their activities as nefarious. The mother of the Anambra lawmaker points to Asaba, where money was cleared.
Osawaru bringing you the news in a more digital way.